Welcome to the Colorlight course. This video will explain the meaning of each factor in the performance settings of the receiver card parameters and how they influence the screen quality. This video is divided into three parts. First, what is performance settings? Second, performance settings parameters of normal IC. Third, performance settings parameters of PWM IC. To the part one, what is the performance settings? First, it's important to know that driver ICs are categorized into normal chips and PWM chips. When you select the chip that corresponds to your LED panel, if the DCLK option appears in the receiver parameters basic parameters interface, it proves that this chip is a PWM chip. Otherwise, it is a normal chip. Typically, PWM chips can achieve higher refresh rates than normal chips and offer more functionality. How to choose the correct driver IC. Follow the steps from the previous Intelligent Setting of LED Setting course. Go to the Receiver Parameters interface of LED Setting. In the Module Information section, you can see the IC model. After you have completed the Intelligent Setting, you will see the chip model on the Receiver Parameters interface. Different driver ICs will display different options on the Performance Setting interface. In this interface, if you set performance parameters and send them to the receiving card, enabling the receiving card to control the driver IC according to your needs, let the screen achieves a good display effect. Part 2, Performance Settings Parameters of Normal IC. Here, using the normal IC as an example, we can see that the Performance Settings interface includes refresh rate, grayscale, DCLK, blanking, refresh multiplier, grayscale mode, display mode, and brightness level. A total of 8 adjustable parameters. Additionally, at the bottom of the interface, you'll find brightness percentage and minimum OE time. These two values are calculated by the software's internal algorithms based on the settings of the other parameters and can help you determine if your settings are reasonable. First, let's understand the refresh rate. This refers to the number of times each LED pixel on the display lights up and blacks out within 1 second. For instance, if the refresh rate is 1920 Hz, it means each LED pixel blinks 120 times per second. When the refresh rate is low, the screen appears to flicker when viewed by your eye. When the refresh rate is high, the flickering is imperceptible. A screen with a high refresh rate will be smoother than one with a low refresh rate, but it is not true that the higher the refresh rate, the better. It needs to be controlled within an appropriate range. 2. Refresh multiplier. Refresh multiplier refers to the number of times a frame from the video source is refreshed on the LED screen. In some chips, refresh multiplier is also known as the segmentation. For instance, if the video source has a frame rate of 60 Hz and the refresh multiplier is set to 32, so one frame of the video will be displayed using 32 refresh cycles of the LED screen, resulting in a refresh rate of 60 by 32 is 1 times 20 Hz. Different chips have different capabilities of segmentation. In addition, the refresh rate is influenced by many factors, and the refresh multiplier can directly adjust the refresh rate. 3. Grayscale. Generally speaking, grayscale represents the range of brightness levels from the darkest to the brightest. The more grayscale levels there are, the finer and more detailed the image. The grayscale in performance settings specifically refers to the brightness levels after gamma processing in the LED control system. Typically, the LED display can express 10 to 16 bits levels of grayscale by the driver IC. If the video source has 8-bit grayscale, it can be converted to 16-bit through gamma processing, enhancing image detail. 4. DCLK. The DCLK, also known as data clock, is the clock signal used to send RGB data. Typically, with each rising edge of the DCLK, 1 bit of RGB data is shifted into the LED driver chip. The higher the DCLK frequency within a given time, the more data the receiving card sends to the driver chips. The DCLK value influences the capacity, the refresh rate, the grayscale level, brightness percentage, and the minimum OE time. If the DCLK value is too low and can't handle all the display data, the system will show a red text warning, and you need to increase the DCLK. However, if the DCLK value is too high, it can cause data transmission errors, leading to screen display problems. Changing the DCLK value will impact other parameter values. It is generally recommended to adjust the DCLK to a lower value that still meets the needs of the other parameters. 5. Grayscale mode. The grayscale mode is divided into low grayscale uniformity and video noise cancellation. The default setting is typically low grayscale uniformity mode. In low grayscale uniformity mode, the gamma curve remains normal, whereas in video noise cancellation mode, a small portion of the gamma curve is adjusted to reduce noise in low grayscale. 6. Display mode. The display mode is divided into gray level first and brightness first, with gray level first mode usually being the default. For indoor screens, which require high grayscale display, gray level first is chosen. For outdoor screens, which need high brightness, brightness first is selected. 7. Blanking value is designed to eliminate ghosting on the module, which specifically addresses the decode IC. The blanking value represents a time duration. The larger the value, the greater its effect. 8. Brightness level. For normal chips, the basic parameter interface includes a brightness level adjustment ranging from 1 to 8. You can change the screen brightness by adjusting this value. The principle behind this adjustment is to adjust the minimum OE value while keeping other parameters constant. Higher brightness levels result in higher brightness percentage and a bigger minimum OE value. Generally, the brightness level is set to a high value to ensure that the brightness percentage meets the requirements. 9. Brightness percentage. Brightness percentage can be understood as the ratio of the time the screen displays brightness within a single frame to the total duration of that frame. It is the percentage of the total time that the screen effectively displays the image. This percentage is influenced by the refresh rate, grayscale value, DCLK, refresh multiplier, blanking time, and brightness level. It is typically set to higher than 60%. If the screen appears to flicker, you can try increasing the brightness percentage to reduce this effect. 10. Minimum OE. The minimum OE time refers to the shortest luminous time of a single LED, which cannot be less than 8 nasekas when set. Like the brightness percentage, the minimum OE time is also determined by the refresh rate, grayscale value, DCLK, refresh multiplier, blanking value, and brightness level. Generally, with other parameters remaining constant, a higher grayscale value results in a shorter minimum OE time, while a higher brightness level leads to a longer minimum OE time. Our ultimate goal in adjusting the parameters is to ensure that the LED screen can work properly and stably. For normal chips, the 4 main parameters are loading capacity of the cabinet, refresh rate, grayscale, and DCLK. It can be easily understood as follows. 1. DCLK acts as the provider of resources. The larger the DCLK value, the more resources it provides. However, DCLK should not be too large and must be within the module's tolerance range. 2. The loading capacity, refresh rate, and grayscale share these resources. If one parameter value is too large, the other 2 parameter values will inevitably decrease. We need to balance these 3 parameters based on different usage environments. If we need to debug a normal driver IC for an outdoor screen, the priority is to increase the screen brightness. In the basic parameters setting, set the gray mode to balance low gray, choose brightness first for the display mode, and set the brightness level to level 8 by default. Then, lower the grayscale value, increase the refresh rate, and adjust the DCLK value to ensure that there are no red warnings for the cabinet load. The performance setting parameters will differ for different driver chips. The parameter values displayed in this video are intended as a demonstration template only. Part 3, Performance Settings Parameters of PWM IC. Taking PWM chip ICND265 as an example, the performance settings interface includes 6 adjustable parameters: refresh rate, grayscale, DCLK, blanking value, gray mode, and GCLK. Compared to normal driver chips, PWM chips have an additional GCLK parameter. GCLK is a concept specific to PWM chips. It represents the clock signal used for display, and the LED driver chip controls the display by counting the GCLK pulses, similar to how OE functions in normal chips. If the display shows flickering blocks in units of driver chips, it may be due to GCLK being too high and the frequency of GCLK needing to be reduced. PWM chips are diverse. The GCLK of some driver chips is determined by DCLK such as ICND265, while the GCLK of some driver chips can be adjusted independently, such as MBI 55264. In PWM chips, the loading capacity of the cabinet is still related to the DCLK, but the refresh rate and grayscale value are determined by the GCLK. Generally, cabinets of PWM driver chips will have requirements for refresh rate or grayscale in display. We first set the DCLK value to ensure it can carry the resolution of a single cabinet, then adjust the GCLK to meet the refresh rate and grayscale value. In PWM chips, the concepts and functions of refresh rate, grayscale, blanking, grayscale mode, and DCLK are the same as in normal chips. Here concludes the explanation of the performance settings. See you next time.